Hi, my friends. Welcome to Deep Six, the Deep State. Now that Trump has released us from those ridiculous treaty obligations under the joint agreement on Iran, now is the time to really zero in and squeeze Iran economically. And we now have all the tools to do it, thanks to President Trump. The Europeans are claiming they're not going to participate, but that's baloney. The fact of the matter is that they have no choice, because the United States sanctions laws provide for secondary sanctions, which means that not only do we sanction companies that do business with Iran that are American companies, but we also sanction any companies that do business with Iran that are foreign companies. We sanction their ability to do any business in the United States. So they can't use the banking system, they can't have contracts with American companies, so they basically have to choose between Iran and the U.S., and that's not a hell of a choice, a $20 trillion GDP against a less than $1 trillion GDP in Iran, which is more profitable. And so that they obviously will choose to side with the U.S. The reason that Merkel and May and Macron all trooped one after the other to the White House was so that they could give a show of being consulted with and exercising power and being decisive. But in fact, they're impotent. Presidents from Clinton on have waived, under the grounds of national security, these secondary sanctions provisions that require us to sanction foreign companies that do business with Iran. The European countries raised hell about it, threatened to go crazy, and we included a national security waiver in the bills when the sanctions were passed. But Trump's having none of it. He won't waive them. He's going to go right after those European companies and banks, and they're going to have to toe the line. Basically, what we can do with these sanctions is to stop any company or any country from having any business to do with Iran. It'll cripple their oil sales. It'll mean that all of the money that's paid to Iran for oil has to be held in escrow until it can be transformed into dollars. And they can't benefit from any of that oil money now. It's as if they were totally cut off from any oil export. And in fact, they will be cut off from a great many exports of oil. But no matter what the cutoff is, they still won't be able to realize the money. And this will apply to shipping and port facilities and all kinds of industries, the car industry, even Persian rugs. So it's now very important for Trump to move ahead decisively in implementing these sanctions. This won't really sink home to the Europeans until we find a European bank or a European company that's defying this and dealing with Iran, and then we close it down. And then everybody will get the point in a hurry, and Iran will have to come to its knees economically. Already there's massive inflation going on in Iran, and the unemployment rate is 12%, and there's been like a six-fold decrease in the convertibility of the rial, their currency, a 600% decrease. And that's just going to continue. Inflation is going to drive them crazy, and hopefully it'll result in regime change. But at least it'll result in changing their mind on the nuclear program. Thanks a lot for watching. This video is sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group. This kind of instability can do nothing. Nothing could be more important in increasing the value of investing in gold. With this kind of market volatility and companies falling off the charts because of the sanctions, and oil deliveries being disrupted, you don't know what's going to happen to the markets. And gold is really the safe haven in the event of that kind of market volatility. So call the Patriot Gold Group at the number listed on this video, or email or go to the website patriotgoldgroup.com. Thanks a lot for watching. See you tomorrow.